Good morning, friends. It is Saturday, March 4th here in Wilmington, and I have decided to take you on a walk through my neighborhood. It's actually not through my neighborhood. I'm going to take you a walk through to the park. So this is a test of my S23 Ultra, new phone I got. It's my secondary phone. My phone is a Z Flip 4, and this one is more for media projects. So this is outside my house. We have birds. This is a test of the zoom function. 10x, 20x. You can get up to 100x on your 100x on the photo, but for the video option. All right. Need a gimbal for this or something. It's fairly heavy, but not that heavy. It's a beautiful morning out. It's about 7:15. So we're gonna walk around the corner to Park Avenue. This is Forest Hills right here. Then it curves around Park Avenue, cross over Independence, and we're gonna go through the park. So this here, community plots for the St. John the Evangelist Episcopal Church here. Very nice little church. This gentleman here with the Greek flag, it's often a Serbian flag because he is from Serbia. His name is Rod. And yeah, it's just a really nice day. It's funny, it's hard not to be self-conscious. But around the corner is Empty Park, which has tennis courts, which we'll see. So I'm going to keep a little secret. This is it's a nice little courtyard. We're going to go there another time. 20x zoom, could use some stabilization, but it's pretty nice, huh? And if you want to get the whole thing in shot, fisheye 0.6. It's pretty cool. However, the selfie mode, or the front-facing camera, it does not have a zoom feature, which is normal. So there's St. John the Evangelist. You can tell he's St. John the Evangelist. St. John the Evangelist because he has his eagle. That's his little symbol. It's like Hogwarts or something. I don't think there's an evangelist who has a snake. St. Mark has the lion. You can see St. Mark is the patron saint of Venice, so the Venice flag has a lion on it. Venice, Italy. And then St. John there has an eagle. St. Luke has an ox. And Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. I don't know who Matthew has. I think Matthew might have like a person. I don't know. Can somebody check that in the chat here? Oh, look, a plane. Let's see if we can track that plane. There we are. Well, that's a lovely shot. So anyway, so that's the sign, welcome to St. John's Church. Zoom it to 20. Okay. So that little road there, that's actually not a road, it's some kind of a public alley, because many of the streets here, they don't have driveways or they don't have a place for the trash to get picked up. So the trash is picked up around the corner in the public alleyway. So it's like in Boston, kind of, I think. So St. John's Episcopal Church. There's a lot of bicycle infrastructure in Wilmington. is actually an old trolley trail that goes all the way down. We have here Tidal Creek Food Club, and that is the Mad Hatters. Sticker's been there forever. Wilmington's been here forever. Wilmington's older than the U.S. There's the fire station, Engine and Rescue 2, and then the New Hanover Regional EMS, number 33. Good number. And here we have the 9/11 Memorial Garden. It has a memorial for, on behalf of the Wilmington Fire Departments. This is it's a girder taken from 9/11, from one of the two towers, and it's sponsored by many local businesses. And these little monuments commemorate Wilmington. It's not only dedicated to the 343 brave firefighters lost on September 11th in New York City, but also it does remember 4 men who died in the volunteer fire companies before the foundation of the paid fire department. And I believe that these, I'll go around another time, but I think each of these commemorates somebody who died in the line of duty as one of Wilmington's bravest. So actually, I went to a memorial service here. So that's the 9/11 Memorial, Firefighters 9/11 Memorial. Oh, and there's an info box. It's cute. It's old. See, Wilmington Firefighters Fallen Memorial. How nice. And a pamphlet. How wonderful. And we have here I got my mattress from one of these guys. They were throwing out old mattresses on the curb here, and I took one. No, but I went to a memorial here, and it was a fireman who had died, and it was decades after his injury. But because he died from his injury, he was considered had to have died in the line of duty, and they had a really lovely little memorial for him. And he was an African-American firefighter. So that's O2 Fitness. It's really crowded a lot, and it's nice, a little small. We have a hair salon over there, and over there that was a Steinmart, which is a regional department store, which closed, and I don't know what they're doing with that. So this is MP Park here. Oh, and that's housing under construction. I hope it's going to be nice because, it really is quite high density. And I remember there was such a lovely view across the fields and trees and stuff. So it's nice to know that there's going to be more people who are going to be able to enjoy living here. But people like to say, "Don't come to Wilmington; it's full." But come on, man. The more the merrier. And not only that, with property rights being what they are, if you own land, you have a right to develop it, pretty much. So anyway, and the more people who come, the more property tax revenue, and the more we can do with stuff. So we have a lot of tennis here, and this here is drainage for water. We have a dog park. So this here is a trail which goes all the way to the ocean, and it parallels the old trolley tracks. We used to have a trolley which went all the way from Wilmington down to Wrightsville Beach, and just north of here is Wrightsville Avenue, which used to be called the Shell Road. I guess maybe because it was paved with shells. But and behind here, it's called Hanover Center. It's one of the first malls here, an outdoor mall. Wonder why they have those trees banded. I hope they're not doing anything to them. So there's the dog park. Anyway, I can't wait to put this on YouTube. So if you're listening, put Waka Waka in the chat, and I will, in the comments, and I'll give you a like, and I'll say Waka Waka back to you. So yeah, so this is the typical, one of the typical plants here. It's called a longleaf pine. I'm gonna take it actually, throw it in my pocket. Am I? Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, look at the focus. Look how the focus is so much on the pine, not on the... It's pretty cool. You know, I think I'll take this and I'll leave it somewhere. Look, squirrel. Let's see, wildlife photography. 10, 20, 10, 3, 2, 1. Fisheye. This is so fun. You having fun yet? I wish you were here in Wilmington. It's pretty cool. There are many brave men in the southern land who have hurried away to the field, who have sworn to defend or die in the cause our independence they'll yield. I hear their war cry sounding deep over mountain and glen. Their light wings footsteps have carried the hill. 'Tis the march of the southern men. 'Tis the march, 'tis the march, 'tis the march of the southern men. I wonder if there's a United States version of that. That's a Confederate marching song called "The March of the Southern Men," and there are some Civil War songs where there's a rebel version and a Union version. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, all that housing. I have a friend who lives in that complex over there. But anyway, you can see they're doing all kinds of nice stuff. So here, this is the bike trail. And we'll continue up along through here. Oh, I wish I was in the land of cotton. Old time there are not forgotten. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. I wish I was in Dixie. Hooray, hooray, in Dixie's land I'll take my stand. I'll live and die in Dixie. Away, away, away down south in Dixie. Away, away, away down south in Dixie. Now, there is a parody version of that where it's mocking the Southerners, and it's I think it's something like, in Dixieland where the air smells rotten, alligators will eat the cotton, or some stuff like that. But there was a very famous song called "The Battle Cry of Freedom," which was, I think the original version was Union, and then they made new lyrics for it, which were rebel lyrics, and they were both very good. And there's a movie called the Battle Cry of Freedom, I think, and it features it being used as a recruitment song for the U.S. Army. And I'm more familiar with it. I heard it on YouTube first for the Southern version, but it's "Come and rally around the flag, boys will rally once again, shouting the battle cry of freedom. We'll gather from the plains, shouting the battle cry of freedom. Die, 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 die. Die, 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 die. Gosh, I'll spare you any more historical. So this is the fisheye. So you can see that it's somewhat distorted. Then you can see, like, if we moved back far enough so that we had the same area in view. So I knew a guy who lived behind there. There's a senior citizen elder apartments. So here we are, we're getting close. So these are the Althea Gibson tennis courts, and Althea Gibson was a famous tennis athlete, an African-American woman. And so this is one of the larger tennis court complexes in the Wilmington Park system. So, I know I'm talking an awful lot. So... Yes, we'll rally round the flag, boys, we'll rally once again. Shout, shout the battle cry of freedom. Beneath it off we've conquered and we'll conquer oft again. Shout, shout the battle cry of freedom. Our Dixie forever, she's never at a loss. Down with the eagle and up with our Southern Cross. Yes, we'll rally round the flag, boys, we'll rally once again. Shout, shout the battle cry of freedom. Our gallant boys have roared to the roaring of the drum. Shout, shout the battle cry of freedom. There's a band called Rebel Sun, which did a very nice version of that. I very much enjoy their sensitive and historically informed performances of Confederate music. However, they also do some pretty rude stuff, which is just generally general interest rather than of having historical topics. I've never been through here. This looks fairly well kept up. Huh. Oh, and here we are. This goes back, here we're at Wrightsville. It's a store called Protocol right here, which is really nice. So this is the back of, there's a Skeleton Crew tattoo. There used to be a massage parlor there, a dodgy massage parlor. Then there's a tobacco store there. I think that's the back of an acupuncturist, a chiropractor or something. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Now I know an alternate unofficial access to the park. Pretty cool. So 18 minutes. 18 minutes is a good number. 18 is 90% of 20. So if you have 200 and you need to tithe, you have 18 now. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave? Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave? It's a very nice anthem, I think. Our nation has its roots in musical theater. That song being originally, the tune of it being from a drinking song to Anacreon in Heaven. The context being a group of men or a drinking club singing a song to Anacreon, their immortal patron, asking for his grace and favor in being with them as they had fun drinking. So, to Anacreon in hen, where he sat in full glee, we few humble drinkers do make a petition that he ever our friend and patron shall be. I don't know the words to this song, but I know that if you look for them, you will find them on Google or just ask ChatGPT. But if ChatGPT does not know, it will just give you stuff. It hallucinates things that might seem plausible, but they might not be true. They might just be BS. Tiger, tiger, sis, 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 boom, 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 ba. Wilmington, Wilmington, Wilmington. So we're almost out of the park now, and we're gonna walk over to Unity, and I need to be home in like 45 minutes, so I'll get home before then. But this is my usual Strecke, my usual circuit here. I feel like I'm in some kind of a RPG. Change inventory. You are now holding the longleaf pine. So the longleaf pine is the the state tree of North Carolina. There's actually a state toast which goes as follows: "Here's to the land of the longleaf pine, that summerland, where the sun doth shine, where the weak grow strong and the strong grow great. Here's to down home, the old North State." And in Wilmington, we have longleaf pines, and we actually have a law that for every 10 businesses created, at least 2 have to be breweries, 3 have to be car washes, and you need at least 1 Dollar General. I'm just joking. There's a lot of car washes and Dollar Generals in Wilmington, but not this part of Wilmington. That's not for lack of trying. So here we are back towards the park, and this here is the public. This is a public road, and Wellspring Holistic Veterinary Acupuncture and Veterinary Care Clinic. It's been here forever. So this is the Wrightsville Avenue I was telling you about, the former Shell Road. And once we've crossed over here, Unity is right. You can even see the sign there. Yeah, Unity. Hi. So this goes all the way downtown, but it changes its name to Dock Street. Well, I mean, it curls. It's a little funny. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go up a block here, and then we're gonna double back. This is the bike trail, and this is no longer paralleling the old trolley. This goes up to over a reservoir Burnt Mill Creek Reservoir, and then it follows Randall Parkway, which is east-west, to UNCW, the University of North Carolina at Wilmington, which is a very nice place. So, yeah. But I do like singing, and there's a famous song called Whiskey in the Jar, and there's a Civil War version of it. So I'll sing the first verse of the normal version, and then I'll go into the Civil War version. It's Civil War version. The plot, so to speak, is a man comes from Ireland, and he joins the Union Army to fight for Uncle Sam. So here it goes, Whiskey in the Jar, and then Fight for Uncle Sam. As I was going over the far-famed Kerry Mountain, happened on Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. He first produced my pistol and I then produced my rapier, saying, "Stand and deliver, for I am a bold deceiver, masheridum durum da bump. Whack for the dairy-o, whack for the dairy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. I am a modern hero, my name is Paddy Carney. Not long ago I landed from the bogs of sweet Killarney. I used to cry out soap fat, because that was my trade, sir, till I listed for a soldier boy with Corcoran's brigade, sir, for to fight for Uncle Sam. Whack for the dairy-o, whack for the dairy-o, to save the stripes and stars. Well, we soon got into battle, we made a charge of bayonets. The rebel blackguards soon gave way, they fell as thick as paynets. And all the slaughter that they made, begad it was delightin'. For the Irish boys in action are the devil's boys for fightin'. They'll fight for Uncle Sam. Back for the da-da-da, ya-da-da-da-da-da, to save the stripes and stars. It's a good song. So, walk up to this corner, there is a church on this block, Winston, which it has a, used to be the voting precinct, the local voting precinct, W04. And now it's no longer that, but it has larger community garden fields behind it, and it was a Methodist church, and I don't know if it's still owned by the Methodist Church, but it's the Soul Church Center or something. It's the Spiritual Soul Center Church, and a Hope and Recovery. So, don't want to walk all the way over there, but I think if I walk over, I think if I walk over here, I can see it from. Yeah, you see that heart there and the gazebo and everything. See if we can get up closer. Yeah, it's 20. So this is Winston Boulevard, and if you go about 1.5 miles down that way, you eventually get over to South Carr, which is the Carr family, or the Kerr family, it's both ways, were one of the earlier a prominent family in Wilmington, I think even before the Civil War, but definitely even afterwards especially. And South Carr Avenue, which is denominated South Carr, south of Market Street, and North Carr, north of Market Street being the large highway that goes from the U.S. Highway, US 17, that goes between Wilmington and Jacksonville. So if you go Wrightsville over there and Park over there, any of those, if you go 1.5 miles west, you get to Carr Avenue, and then right just past there is College Road. So that's a really, really large road, which is by the college. Oops. Holy stabilizing, Batman. So this is one of my favorite little blocks here in Wilmington. It's called Farmers Street. Oh, and over there we saw, use the zoom. This is called the Little Neighborhood Library Program. It's a take a book, leave a book program. So, and around here we have another playground at the end of this block. And then if we make a left, we're going to get to the Unity Church, which used to have a Montessori school as part of it. But now the Unity Church uses that back wing for their own purposes and has turned the old office wing into rental offices for a therapist, I believe. So oh, da da da, ya da 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 da. Azaleas, the first real azaleas I've seen of the season. We have an azalea festival coming up, so I'm looking forward to that. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Wilmington, the city where we are, walk down the streets, you don't even need a car. With your cell phone or your camera, you can take some nice snaps. You can make a blog or a video and send things to your cats. Yes, we have cats. And we have dogs. Lots of local breweries are nice. Oh, Wilmington, we think it's really neat. So this is Unity of Wilmington, coming up on the left at Malpass Orchard. So I think 515 Orchard Avenue, and you can always send a letter or a donation, and they do have a prayer box where letters or concerns are prayed over for 30 days and then sent on to Silent Unity in Missouri, where they're prayed on for another 30 days. So this is Unity. Somebody's been doing yard work. So I am going to leave you in the gazebo for a minute and have a brief phone call to make. So opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive, but undone. So here we are again, and let's go home. So we're going to go down Malpass 2 blocks. Now here's the trick: you cannot go 2 blocks on Malpass without crossing Independence Boulevard, which didn't used to be so busy. It was widened, and when it was widened, they put a barrier down the middle of it so that you can't drive, straight through it. So we'll see if we can run across. We have to play Frogger. You know that game where you have to hop across a crowded streets without getting hit by the cars. So that looks like look, there's a gazebo. Oh, that's it's a recovery place. Lily pad recovery or something. So it's pretty quick. It's only been less than 40 minutes, and I've been moving pretty leisurely. So I wonder how much distance we'll have covered once we get home. So this is a small strip mall, which has the funniest thing that has on it, the bakery thrift store at the, I am saturated, look at my coloring. I promise you I'm not that ruddy. Come on. I'm not that rosy cheeked in reality. It's the time of day. So it's coming up on 8 in the morning here. So, and that Independence goes up to Randall, and then it proceeds further up to Market Street. So that's now I will show you something different from either your shadow stretching before you in morning or your shadow stretching behind you at evening. I will show you fear in a handful of dust. Frisch weht der Wind der Heimat zu. Mein irisch Kind, wo weilest du? I gave you hyacinths first a year ago. They called me the hyacinth girl. And yet, when we returned late from the hyacinth garden, my hands, my arms full and your hair wet, I could not speak, and I knew nothing. Looking into the heart of light, the silence, öd und leer das Meer. Madame Sosostris, famous clairvoyante, had a bad cold. Nevertheless, is known as the wickedest woman in the West with a wicked pack of cards. This, sir, is your card. The drowned man. Look, those are pearls that were his eyes. Look, look. Phlebas the Phoenician, a fortnight dead, forgot the and the deep sea swells and the profit and loss. That's it's all from The Wasteland by Thomas Stearns Eliot, famous Anglophile. I think he actually is an American. He's one of the highest Anglo Catholics I've ever known. I don't think he's actually Catholic. G.K. Chesterton's actually Catholic. Mark Twain is not Mark Twain. T.S. Eliot is just high church. I love T.S. Eliot. So anyway, So here we are back on Forest Hills. You see how that's Mercer? There, Forest Hills continues because this little park here, this little bit of land, it's a gore. It's just a little extra bit, and that Forest Hills, which you can't drive or bike over. There's a barrier that goes all the way up to Market Street, and it's very nice. So these are the old roads. So here we are on Forest Hills Drive, and we're just going to walk down. And my house is on the left up here, and we'll see the church. If we cross the street, we'd see the steeple, but I'm not. This house here has been for sale for a while. I would very much recommend it. I'm sure you see the whole neighborhood's very well laid out. And, you know, if these houses, I think they're going for $500, $600 each, I think, depending. You know, the townhouses or the apartments in that new development, that's not going to go for less than, look, it's a beautiful modern style. It has real architecture, you know. 3,400 square feet. It's probably $750. So, you know, I mean, do you want a house like that for $750, or do you want an apartment over there for, you know, $400? I don't know. I mean, for me, who cannot afford either, I'm just very lucky to be able to live in my mother's house over here. So. My mother, Lola, please send her all best wishes. My father, Ephraim, passed away on January 3rd, 2022. It's also the 2nd of the month of Shevat. So may his memory be for a blessing. And I hope that everybody will come visit Wilmington, North Carolina. And if you do, please feel free to look me up. My name's Henrik Jaranowski, and you can find me on Facebook. You can also find me on Twitch. I'm Moirologist, Moirologist, Moirologist. I'm also on YouTube under my name, Henrik, Henryk, Jaranowski, Jaronowski. So we're getting to the 45-minute mark, and I think this is pretty cool time to stop. We're here at Harvard and Forest Hills, and I'm going to be starting a show, a whole movement called proto-humanism. So proto-humanism is, as proto-humanism does, proto-humanism only recognizes friends. It means if you're an enemy, we just, oh, okay, we don't recognize you. And yeah, so we're just chilling. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful season. And remember to come to Wilmington, North Carolina for the Azalea Festival. So here we are, the spire of that little church there. So this was on my S23 Ultra.